They say every hero has a favorite battleground. For LeBron James, that battleground was an entire city, Toronto. Imagine dominating an entire franchise so thoroughly they named the phenomenon after you. Welcome to LeBronto, the LeBron James story that Toronto Raptors fans wish was fiction. In the theater of the NBA playoffs, certain matchups become the stuff of legends. But few have etched such a unique story as LeBron James' domination over the Toronto Raptors. Let's see how LeBron's dominance over the Raptors became a defining feature of his legacy and a turning point for the Toronto franchise. This is the full LeBronto story. To fully appreciate the LeBronto story, we must turn back the pages to the early stages of LeBron James' postseason career. LeBron, already a force in the league, began to cast a long shadow over the Eastern Conference playoffs. The initial encounters between LeBron's Cavaliers and the Raptors in the playoffs were a precursor to what would become a lopsided affair. In this early series, LeBron's sheer talent and basketball IQ began to tip the scale in Cleveland's favor. Take for instance the 2016 Eastern Conference Finals. LeBron averaged 26 points, 7.6 rebounds, and 6.4 assists per game against the Raptors. His ability to control the game, both offensively and defensively, was becoming a recurring nightmare for Toronto. But it wasn't just the numbers that told the story, it was how LeBron delivered in crucial moments. Whether it was a decisive block, a crucial assist, or a game-sealing three-pointer, LeBron consistently found ways to dismantle the Raptors' hopes. On the other side, the Raptors, led by stars like DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry, were building a strong team. Yet, they repeatedly found themselves outmatched by LeBron's strategic play and athleticism. This burgeoning rivalry was only the beginning. What followed in the subsequent years was a series of playoffs encounters that would elevate this matchup to legendary status. The zenith of the LeBronto saga unfolded between 2016 and 2018, where LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers seemed to have an iron grip over the playoff encounters with the Raptors. In 2017, the Cavaliers and Raptors met again in the Eastern Conference semifinals. LeBron was at the peak of his powers, averaging an amazing 36 points, 8.3 rebounds, and 5.3 assists per game in the series. LeBron's strategic playmaking and defensive prowess turned the series into a showcase of his all-around brilliance. The Raptors, despite being a formidable team in the regular season, were again left searching for answers. Perhaps the most iconic moment came with LeBron's incredible game-winning fadeaway jumper in Game 3, a shot that symbolized his dominance in this rivalry. Fast forward to 2018, and the story repeated itself. The Cavaliers swept the Raptors in the semifinals. LeBron, with averages of 34 points, 11.3 assists, and 8.3 rebounds per game, was seemingly unstoppable. The Raptors, led by DeRozan and Lowry, had improved each year, but LeBron's Cavaliers were their kryptonite. Toronto's strategies, lineup changes, and defensive schemes all fell short in the face of LeBron's relentless assault. This era was a testament to LeBron's greatness and the psychological edge he held in this matchup. For the Raptors, these defeats were not just losses. They were lessons that would eventually reshape their future. While LeBron James was scripting his LeBronto narrative, the Toronto Raptors were facing a conundrum. Despite being a powerhouse in the regular season, the playoffs, particularly against LeBron, became their stumbling block. They clinched the Atlantic Division title multiple times and even topped the Eastern Conference standings. Yet, in the face of LeBron's Cavaliers, their efforts seemed to unravel. In the regular season from 2016 to 2018, the Raptors consistently notched over 50 wins. However, their postseason runs were cut short by the Cavaliers, who exploited weaknesses in Toronto's playstyle and strategy. Analysts pointed to a variety of factors. from over-reliance on stars players to a predictable offensive strategy. Each playoff exit exposed areas that needed change for the Raptors to overcome the LeBron hurdle. In response, the Raptors initiated significant changes. These included bringing a new head coach, Nick Nurse, in 2018, and a bold trade for Kawhi Leonard. These moves were risky, but necessary steps towards reshaping their playoff destiny. The changes brought a fresh dynamic to the team. Nurse's innovative coaching and Leonard's two-way prowess provided the spark the Raptors desperately needed. It was a clear signal. Toronto was not just rebuilding, but rearming for future battles. This era of transformation for the Raptors was a direct response to their playoff struggles against LeBron. It was a period marked by learning, adaptation, and the courage to make bold decisions. While the LeBronto story is as much about the Raptors' struggles, it's equally a narrative that has significantly shaped LeBron James' legacy. LeBron's repeated triumphs over Toronto in the postseason have cemented his status as one of the game's greatest players. LeBron's control over the Raptors in the playoffs was not just a display of his skill, but also his strategic prowess. His ability to dissect the Raptors' defense and exploit their weaknesses showcased a player at his peak of basketball intellect. In this series, LeBron consistently posted numbers well above his already impressive playoff averages. His performances against Toronto were marked by high-scoring games, including shooting percentage that often eclipsed his regular season status. Sports analysts often cite the LeBronto series as key examples of LeBron's playoff dominance. These moments were more than just victories. They were statements that solidified LeBron's positions as a perennial powerhouse in the league. LeBron's career, punctuated by 4 NBA championships, 4 MVP awards, and numerous All-Star appearances, is storied. Yet, his ability to elevate his game in the postseason, as epitomized by his performances against the Raptors, adds a distinct sheen to his legacy. After years of playoff heartbreak at the hands of LeBron James, the Toronto Raptors reached a pivotal turning point. The 2019 season marked the dawn of a new era, one that would rewrite their story from perennial underdogs to NBA champions. The transformation began with bold moves. The Raptors traded for Kawhi Leonard, a two-way superstar, and appointed Nick Nurse as head coach, injecting fresh strategic thinking. These changes signaled Toronto's commitment to breaking their playoff course. Leonard's arrival was a game-changer. In the 2019 playoffs, he averaged a remarkable 30.5 points and 9.1 rebounds per game. His poise under pressure and clutch performances propelled the Raptors in ways they had not experienced before. But it wasn't just Leonard. Players like Pascal Siakam, Kyle Lowry, and Fred VanVleet stepped up, contributing to a well-rounded, resilient team. The Raptors' journey through the 2019 playoffs were marked by a collective grit and determination. One of the most iconic moments came in the Eastern Conference semifinals against the 76ers. Leonard's buzzer beater in Game 7, a shot that bounced in the rim 4 times before dropping, epitomized the Raptors' newfound playoff magic. The climax of this transformational journey was the 2019 NBA Finals. Facing the defending champions, the Golden State Warriors, the Raptors showcased their depth, resilience, and tactical acumen, clinching their first ever NBA championship in franchise history. The LeBronto era was officially over. For Raptors fans and basketball enthusiasts like us, the end of the LeBronto era was not just a relief. It was a celebration of overcoming a seemingly insurmountable obstacle. It proved that with strategic changes, unwavering determination, and a bit of new blood, even the most persistent of curses can be broken. I hope you've enjoyed this video through the LeBronto era. And for more rides into the NBA greatest stories, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't lose any of the new content I put out every other day. Here are 2 more videos you might also enjoy. See you next time.